Afnan's 9PM Rebel. Is it worth all the hype that it recently is getting? Let's talk about it. Hello, my name is Nick Dice and you're watching Smelly Cat, the absolute best place on YouTube for fragrance reviews, especially Middle Eastern fragrance reviews and exclusives like this one here. Yes, today we're talking about 9PM Rebel, the fragrance that's causing quite the buzz in the fragrance community at the moment, with a lot of rumors of what it smells like. But not many people have their hands on it yet, so they're reading the notes, making assumptions. I have been wearing it for 3 days straight. Some say it smells like Eros Flame, others are saying it smells like Absolute. And like I said, this is coming from people who haven't even put their nose to it yet. Well, I have worn this for 3 days straight now. So I'm going to tell you whether this is worth the hype, what it smells like. So let's break it down. But first, let's have a quick look at the presentation. Here's the box. It comes in this gray with this pinkish red 9 written on it, 9PM. You have everything you need to know about the fragrance behind with this little hologram from Afnan, and mine is an October 2024 batch. This is a classic 9PM bottle, like the rest of the series, 9AM, 9PM, 9AM Dive. This one is the same feel, same heaviness, and same weapon of a cap. The only difference now is that here you have the Afnan logo on the cap. It's embossed with this red, and not just on the cap, even inside. I'm not sure if you can see it, but even inside you have the Afnan logo. I have the entire 9AM, 9PM series, 9AM, 9PM, 9AM Dive, 9AM, 9PM Parfum, and I must say that this red is where it looks the best. This red is just, I don't know, man. My camera is really not doing it justice. At the moment, there's light coming from the sun onto my face, and for me, from this angle, the red just looks beautiful. Let's have a quick look at the notes from Afnan, from the Afnan website. The top notes are mandarin, pineapple, and Granny Smith, the apple, of course. The middle notes are cedarwood, oak moss, and vanilla, and the base notes are caramel, dry woods, ambergris, and musk. Oops, almost forgot. Here is how it sprays. So first off, the opening. You're hit with this super juicy blend of fruits. It's a tart but fresh green apple, very sunny citruses from the mandarin, and an extremely sweet and tropical pineapple. The pineapple in this one honestly almost smells like mango. Now the opening isn't real fruits. Think more cocktailed and canned fruits. You know how canned fruits pack this sweetness in it, both for the way it smells and the way it tastes. Think of a fragrance equivalent to that. That's what the fruits in the opening of this one are. The opening of this one really packs up punch. It's so delicious, and honestly, only because it has pineapple mentioned in the opening and apple, you know what people are going to compare it to. But honestly, for me, it is nothing like Aventus in the opening. Comparing this to Aventus would honestly really be doing disservice to this fragrance. But if I really had to compare, the opening, the style that it is in, that pineapple, is more Paco Rabanne's Black Excess than Aventus, right? For me, the opening is nothing like Aventus in this one. It's more, again, not exactly the same, but I would say the style, that fruitiness, the sweet juiciness, is more Paco Rabanne Black Excess. I'll also say this, nothing like Qaid Al Fursan. A lot of people are comparing it to Qaid Al Fursan. Even on Fragrantica, when you go, it's under what it's similar like. People have put Qaid Al Fursan. Some website has mentioned that it's like Qaid Al Fursan. Honestly, it's not. Please try it for yourself. It's not like Qaid Al Fursan. This is way, way better, much juicier. The opening is just fruity and fresh, like a cocktail of fruits. And the freshness is also so much better. Like honestly, I love Lattafa. You've seen that I've done a lot of Lattafa videos, but you can definitely not compare the two. Not in terms of the quality, and not in terms of how good they smell at the start as well. Really, the top in this one is so delicious, and for me, way better than Qaid Al Fursan. It's not medicinal, it's not synthetic like Qaid Al Farsan is. So I would say don't compare it to Qaid Al Farsan. Try it out, you'll know that this one in the opening is way better. Now coming to the mid of the fragrance, when it starts settling little, what does it smell like there? That's when it smells like the mids of one of my favorite fragrances, which is from Sommen's Barcelona. This one here, it's called Capriccio. This is a Chris Morris creation. Again, a huge compliment getter, this one. I don't usually get compliments. 2 or 3 scents that really give me compliments, and one of them is this one here. It's called Capriccio. I will say this, not the opening of this fragrance, because the opening of this is a lot fresher. This is actually more in the opening in that Aventis territory, but the mids is when this is closer to 9PM Rebel. Like I said, the citrus freshness remains strong, and this is aided by what I would say is a very punchy, almost amplified effect from the woody ambery base that this has. Now this is what gives this fragrance a much more modern, edgier feel compared to, you know, what others are comparing it to, like Aventis-like scents. The citrus in those tend to stay a little more classic, a little smoother, but this one, honestly, the bergamot, the freshness with the apple and pineapple really cuts through. You know, I won't say I'll say it's sharp, but it's not synthetic in any way. It's just so much more, it's punchier, it's so much more pronounced, it's strong, fresh. Now in another couple of hours, that fruity freshness slowly starts dying, and what you're left with is this dry, rugged, earthy blend with a bit of caramel sweetness to it. This rugged earthiness that I'm talking about is either Avenil or Veramos, depending on whether Afnan are working with Givaudan or IFF. So Avenil or Veramos gives it that damp, moldy, mossy, earthy smell to it, and it's mixed with everyone's favorite ethyl maltol. That's what gives it that caramel candy floss feel. And that is why probably people will also make the connection somewhere in the dry down. People will make the connection with scents like Baccarat Rouge 540. But that doesn't mean that this is like a pineapple with Baccarat Rouge for 540 or anything like that. That feel I'm saying is because of the use of ethyl maltol, which so many scents use. So yes, it's going to be familiar, but again, it's helping this. It provides a perfect base, especially for scents that have pineapple. It's just the perfect base to bring out the sweetness in the pineapple, and also it adds as a very good fixative over here. So yes, this is where I think people will make the connection. And also it's a red bottle, right? So imagine looking at this red bottle. Yeah, I mean, you smell a bit of that Baccarat Rouge, that ethyl maltol, and you will make that connection. People will just say, hey, this smells like those two scents. But my genuine reaction to it is that it's not. Yes, there is a bit of that. And also, I will say this, that it has some of that feel from the original 9PM, which 9am dive didn't have like 9am. But I would say in some ways, you could say that when it starts drying down, this one will remind you of the dry down of 9PM, the original one, you know, the one that smells a lot like Ultra Male. The dry down of this one has an ethyl maltol. Yes, slightly like Baccarat Rouge. You cannot compare those. You cannot call this a clone of Baccarat Rouge at all. But it has some of that feel that you'll get in so many scents that follow that style. That caramel candy floss like feel works perfectly with that pineapple opening. And then obviously I would say in more ways than one, this is also, I would say, a flanker of the original 9PM. There's also, and I'm saying that I've noticed this only after I've worn it a couple of times, there's also this minty freshness somewhere once it starts drying down. I don't know what it is. It's definitely not the oak moss in it. Something that you'd get in like 9PM had it with the lavender. Once this starts drying out, there's this minty menthol-like freshness somewhere in the midst of the dry down of this one as well. Coming to the compliments factor, it is off the charts with this one. Like I said, I've worn this 3 days in a row now, and I don't know what it is about this scent. Actually, I do. It's just a very likable DNA. But I've been getting compliments left, right, and center with this. Honestly, compliments were flying like confetti at a parade. I feel like a cat video on the internet. Everyone around me seems to like me. Actually, they seem to like this scent on me. And I'm saying this without a hint of exaggeration. Honestly, you can check my videos. People who've subscribed for long know that I have like 150 odd videos, and I probably have one compliments video, right? And maybe you'll see me mention compliments in 2 or 3 fragrances at max. So while we're frag heads and we like complicated artistic stuff and all, people aren't into that when it comes to compliments, and likability. Yes, you will be noticed, you're going to smell different, you're going to stand out, but when it comes to compliments, when it comes to likability, people like scents like this one here. So first I was meeting an ex-colleague of mine after almost 5 years, more than 5 years. She came down from London back to Dubai. I met her for coffee, and the first thing when we hugged, she was like, you still smell good. You still smell good, And I was just thinking of it when we were coming that what is Nix and Curtis smell like today? And this is like 5 years later, So yeah, I have been known as the fragrance guy, and maybe they don't tell me every day, but yes, people do notice it around you when you wear fragrances. And they may not always tell you, but here's a good incident where after 5 years I was wearing this, and as soon as she hugged me, she's like, I was just thinking about it, and whatever you're wearing today is amazing. Then the next morning, that was yesterday, we had someone come in to fix the AC. Not fix the AC, just for general maintenance. They keep coming every 3 or 4 months. So the maintenance guys, they came in. There are 4 of them, 3 or 4 of them. They came in, and I was just testing this scent out. Oh no, I was actually wearing this to go out. And they said they're coming in, they'll take 15-20 minutes. So I waited for them. I'd already worn, I was ready to leave, and they start talking among themselves. Now, they were from Bangladesh, but I don't speak Bengali. My wife understands a bit of Bengali because she's Assamese, and the languages are pretty similar. So she told me that one guy is asking the other guy to ask me what is the perfume that I'm wearing, and he's forcing the other guy, and the other guy said, no, you ask him, and the first guy's like, no, you ask him. So she asked me to go and tell them what I'm wearing. So I went and I spoke to him in Hindi, because they do understand Hindi as well, especially when you're here in Dubai. A lot of the other people from the subcontinent also speak Hindi, and I showed him this and I said, you want to try it out? And he sprayed it first on his hand, and he loved it. So I said, wear it. And not just him, the other guy and the other 2 guys who were there as well, they all ended up spraying this one. Then when I went down, they said, hi, it smells really good. So yeah, I felt nice. The same day this is in the morning, the same day I walk into office, and there's a colleague of mine, I don't know, I must have said in my other videos as well, she always says, hey Nix, I can smell you coming. Not because I overspray or anything, just it's our thing. And she sits right opposite me, and then when I came in, she's like, what, I tell you smell good every day, but today is special. No, today you are smelling especially good. That's what she told me. So yeah, another compliment there. Then I come back home in the evening, and we were planning to go for a movie, Bhool Bhulaiya 3. Very bad movie, don't go for it. But hey, anyways, we just wanted to take a break. I come home, and my wife was like, I want to wear the scent that you were wearing today. And I said, the oak moss in it is not very unique. Said, shut up, you keep this for your reviews. I want to wear it. And then she ended up wearing this while we went out for the movie. So extremely likable scent, this one. I would say yes, not very unique, but again, you will make the comparisons to a couple of scents, but it's not as easy as saying that it's a hybrid of this and this scent. Really try it before you listen to what others are saying without even trying the scent. Extremely likable. People will like this around you. Smells delicious. You'll spray it on your hand, and you'll find yourself sniffing wherever you spray it on. If it's on your wrist, you will find yourself sniffing your wrist again and again. Longevity, I've been getting around 6 to 7 hours with this one, but with brands like Afnan, really longevity over time does get better. So I'm expecting it to get better. This projects like crazy in the first hour. Yes, and maybe I'm going nose blind to it after that, but in the first hour, you'll fill up a room with it. Sprays, I do around 7 to 8 sprays, which I think for this one is more than enough. Sillage is moderate. Yes, you will leave a nice scent trail behind, but like I said, the projection is also there. So it works both ways. One thing I really appreciate from Afnan is how they've kept their prices very consistent. While the rest of the market is going like 50%, 75% more than what the prices of the fragrances were. They've been very consistent. This has launched at 120 dirhams, which is the same price that the old 9PM had launched at. Yes, 9PM now officially is around 100 dirhams, and you can get it cheaper. This one, with the rest of it, have launched at 120, and then, you know, I mean, they could have gone with the hype and they could have increased the price to 150 and 180, which is what a lot of brands, Middle Eastern brands at least, are doing right now. But they've kept it to 120, and you will find it for cheaper. Don't worry about that. But again, I just want to say kudos to Afnan for not going with the hype and being greedy and making this 150% more than the rest of the series. Overall, for the price, although not very unique, I'll say that this one has been a fun fragrance to wear. Very youthful, very young. Fits 9PM. It is an evening out. I'm gonna party. I'm gonna get everyone's attention kind of scent. People are gonna like me. This is a call for attention. You can say that. And I mean, people like that. You know, I mean, if you're going out clubbing, you want to be seen. You want to be noticed. You want to go out in the evening, you want to go out on a date, this is going to be perfect. And just to add, I would say that this is definitely a worthy flanker in many ways to the original 9PM. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to show some love. I would really appreciate if you'd like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet, or at least just like this video, leave a comment. Those interactions mean a lot to me, helps my channel grow. I buy these fragrances with my own money. It's expensive. I try being first with many of these fragrances. It's hard to keep up sometimes, but you know, I'm doing it for the love of it. And you see, I don't have affiliate links. I don't sell products. I don't do all of that nonsense. So the only way that, you know, the only thing that keeps me motivated is you liking, viewing these videos, subscribing really helps me. If you have any questions, do feel free to ask me in the comments section. Tell me what you think about it if you've tried it. And until next time, keep smelling amazing.